Hello, world again. It's me. I don't really know why I'm doing this video, but I thought I'd do a quick one down the hive, so why not? I just had a quick sneaky peek on the bees after yesterday's excitement, and they're all still there, all still happy. Seem to be anyway. Could see a lot of stores along the top rows as well of the box here. So you've got the big box here, you've got the deep here, which along the top of the frames which are in there, which I can see through the crown board hole, they've still got quite a lot of stores in there, so happy days. They are quite active, however, as people saw yesterday, so I am still going to put some more food on them. Not today, not going to do it today. It's getting, well, the day's getting towards the end now, so I'm not going to bother putting any on now. They don't need it now, because they've still obviously got some stores in there. So, but I am going to put some on there. What are we in now? It's now February 6th, 5th, 6th. Can I check on my phone? No, I can't. I'm sure I can, but don't know how to. But there's it's February something, so they're still active. We've still got March to go through, so I'll stick some more on there pretty soon. Whilst I'm here, I spoke yesterday about expansion. So the expansion process we're going to undertake pretty soon is going to be, I've got a new hive at home ready to be built. I don't know who's watching this. I know I've recently gained a few subscribers, so hi to whoever subscribed. Thank you very much indeed. And I know I've posted this on a couple of Facebook pages. They're both designed for beginners, so myself and most people that are probably watching these videos, they're designed for us. And I've posted a few videos on there. There's quite a few people on there talking about constructions of hives. Now, again, like I said, I am no expert at all about putting hives together, about building colonies up, about building bee yards or anything like that. But if if people do you think they benefit or would help anyone about how to put a hive together, or watch a novice, an inexperienced beekeeper put one together, then pop some comments down there somewhere. I just realised I was pointing towards my crotch and I didn't mean that. So, but you know what I mean, in the comment section down the bottom there. If you do want to see something like that, then just pop some comments on there. I won't be offended if you don't, because like I said, I am no expert. And if you go on to Fawn's website, again, first of all, I'm not endorsing Fawns or saying go to Fawns or anything like that. Fawns? It's Fawns, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not saying go to them, buy your stuff from them or anything like that. I'm not being paid to advertise them or whatever disclaimers you need for me to not be advertising them. They're all in that sentence, right? But if you go onto their website, on their YouTube channel, they've got some brilliant pages about how to put it together and how to make it, etc., things like that. And I buy my stuff from Fawns. I buy stuff from Fawns. I buy stuff from beekeeping equipment, something like that. And for build quality of hives, I've got the beginners beekeeping setup. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but I've got that one, and it's served me brilliantly, I think. You'll see at the beginning of this whole endeavour, beekeeping life that I started, I did have a few problems about placing and moving around and messing about, things like that to start with, but that's that kind of sorted itself out. That was only my inexperience going from there. But if you go on their channels, obviously it's got some on there, which is the point I'm trying to make. If, however, people want to see someone make a few cock-ups, which I do, I'm not going to say that I'm perfect, as I've already said, then pop some comments on, and I'm more than happy to put a video together while I'm making the hive up, either in segments, so floor, roof, whatever, or as one big video. Probably do it as segments, so you can choose and follow the bits you want to watch, basically. But that's obviously up to you. If anyone watches this and wants that, then just leave some comments. So we've obviously got just a quick tour of the yard so far. So we've obviously got my main hive here. This is my this is my first colony, my first hive. If people are watching this as a first video, then this came from a lady in Andover, Becky's Bees, my bees came from. She was recommended to me by my association that I'm in, so that's where I went from them. And then, like I said, it's we've obviously got the 14 by 12 brood box at the bottom. We've got a British Standard Deep up here, and then obviously the bog standard roof which comes with it, and an open mesh floor at the bottom. The only add-on I did to the hive was the alighting board at the front. When my bees were coming in, they were coming in and they were hitting the slab underneath, and then I had to obviously use the energy to get on. Once I put that board on, they came in, they landed on the board and they walked their way in. So if anyone is starting up and they're watching this one, is maybe one of the first sort of videos they're watching, I would personally invest in one of them as well, just because I think it makes life a little bit easier for the bees as well. So yeah, so that's the hive that I've currently got. I have got exactly the same hive as this to go in as well. The plan is to do exactly the same as what I've got here, so a few blocks on the bottom, and it's going to come out to about here. So without not being too far away, we'll have obviously that hive there, we'll have another hive here. There is plans as well regarding the top box, the British Standard Deep box that I've got at the top. I still need to do a little bit of research just to, if it's actually going to work. I've got no idea at the moment, but the plan maybe is to get another floor, another roof, and then split the hive again. So I'm going to split the 14 by 12 box into the new hive, so I've got 2 colonies running. Hopefully that requeens and does all it's supposed to do. And then if that works, I'm then planning on taking the deep off, putting that on the bottom of a new hive, and then putting a super on top of that one once it is established. So hopefully by the end of the year, the plan is to have 3 running colonies. If that works, great. If not, well, it's an experiment which may work, may not work. In replace of the deep, obviously I'm not just going to leave the 14 by 12. In replace of that, I'm going to put a super on top. So from what who I've spoken to, and again I can only really speak from my association and things that I've watched online and stuff like that, is that a 14 by 12 and a deep is a lot of space for the bees, which is always normally good, which is great, but they have been spending too much time filling up the deep rather than going into another honey super. So rather than going 14 by 12 then a deep then a super, I'm going to go 14 by 12 then a super, and then the super is going to be theirs for the winter, and then obviously anything on top of that I'll get as honey. That I'm planning on actually keeping a bit for myself, selling a little bit of it off, and then then if I make honey, then great. Like I said in my last video, that's not my intention at all. My plan is not to get honey, but obviously that's a byproduct which is going to come hopefully from the hives at some point, and anything that I make out of that is going to go back towards the bees, and then new hives, whatever. So this is the current situation that I have. I do also have possibilities of having an out apiary as well, not too far away from here. I said I'm lucky enough to have about 4.5 acres here of land, and basically what I've got at the moment is this spot here, which can be expanded, but one thing I've got to bear in mind is the amount of food they're going to have, the amount of resources obviously they can bring back to the hive. Now I don't know if you can see in the distance there, but you've got up here a beautiful place to walk. It's obviously a hill not too far from here, which they do a lot of foraging in. I know they do a lot of foraging up that way because it's not a massive distance away. And all surrounding me, I've got farmland, and obviously there's wildflowers. There's these brambles. They are covered, absolutely covered in the summer, with bees. Maybe not all mine, but they are absolutely covered. And I'm lucky enough to have them surrounding pretty much 90% of this field. So they've got a lot of food around here, but I need to balance how many hives I can have, how much food they've got without anyone starving, etc., things like that. So I have a possibility of getting an out apiary not too far away from where I am, which may allow me to get some more hives in the distant future. So the more hives I can get, I think the better I can do for everyone, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. But anything that I do make from selling honey or whatever is all going to be put back into the bees, basically. That's what I'm trying to get to. So yeah, so this is where I'm at the moment. We've got the hive here. I'm going to have a second hive just next to it, about there, and then that's the plan. Fingers crossed. We'll have that running not too far away. Yeah, so basically, like I said, just a quick rundown to the hive. I thought I'd update yourself while I'm here. I know I did one yesterday, blah, 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 blah. Hello to anybody else that's new and watching this. Thank you for joining me. And if you do have any comments, suggestions, hints, tips, questions, I'm more than happy to answer or find answers for people as well. And like I said, if you want to see construction of hives or anything like that, I've got one ready to be built. And if people do want me to, or do want to see one getting put up together, then let me know. I'm more than happy to put a couple of videos up together for of bits of hives being built, basically, which is what I'm getting to. I won't construct it until, well, I'll give it a little bit of time just in case someone does want to see anything. But yeah, that's about it for today. I won't be visiting the bees for a little bit because I've got to go to work, which is brilliant. But next time I come down, I will be chucking some more fondant on there for them. I've gone through, how much fondant have I gone through? I think the bag was about 2.5 kilograms of fondant. And I've gone through all of it apart from a quarter. So I'm going to pop that last quarter on. And with that and the stores they've currently got, that should see them through the winter. That's the hope anyway. But yeah, thanks for joining me. People that are new, thanks for joining and subscribing and watching and all that sort of stuff. Fingers crossed for a successful winter, get them through, and fingers crossed for a hopefully productive season. All the best, yeah. Cheers then, bye bye.